A hobby gets about a month before it gets to start, producing. You can't be bad at something for fun anymore. So that hobby just has to pay the rent. So mostly you stop like picking things up. The guitar you didn't buy, the language you didn't get 80 words into, or the drawing you'd be 4 years into by now. You tell yourself you're busy, but you're not busy. You just won't start a thing that's going to ask you for something that won't give you a return. Like it's a Wednesday and you're on the couch with the laptop open, looking up a used guitar on Facebook Marketplace. A squeer, $90 and it's like 40 minutes away. And that's like the whole errand. But you don't close your laptop. The next tab in your browser is how long it takes to get decent. Then beginner songs that sound impressive. Impressive to who? You're alone in your apartment or your house. And then a video on home recording setups for under 300. Then 20 minutes in, what a guitar teacher costs you in the city. You've never even touched a guitar. You don't even own a guitar and you've already built the career. And let's say you buy it anyway. $90 and the guy throws in a cable that only works when you hold it. The trap isn't in the ambition. It's the answer you need already. Somebody asks you what you've been up to and you say you've been playing the guitar a little. And they say, nice. Are you any good? There's no clean way to really say no. So you say, like, you're getting there. And getting there means there's a there. You just gave the guy a destination. Standing in the kitchen holding a drink. They wanted to know what you like doing on a Wednesday night, and you handed them some type of performance review. 20 minutes of the same 4 chords played badly used to be, the whole point, just to have fun with it. Now that's just a slow week. Nothing about the guitar changed, only the hour around it. In that first search you ran, how long it takes to get decent, which is 8 months apparently, at an hour a day, and now you're scheduling this whole plan and it's bolted right to you. And you play when the apartment's empty, which is twice a week. And twice a week is not 8 months of anything. Your exact position on a chart you didn't draw on day 4. You know that. And your phone is in this too. You start, propping it up against the amp while you play. And nothing's really recording. You're just wanting to see what the angle's like. You're not going to post it. And you give it a month and the tell shows up on a night when nobody's even watching. You're by yourself, door shut, nothing recording, 20 minutes to spend. There's 8 bars in the middle of the song you can't play. Your change is ugly and your hand doesn't get there in time, so it sounds like a mistake every single time. And then there's, your intro, which you've had clean for 2 weeks. And then you think about which one you actually play. You play the intro. And you play it 15 times. It sounds good and it feels like practice. And at the end of the 20 minutes, you've gotten better at nothing at all. The 8 bars stay where they were, and they'll still be there in March. And you do want to get good, which is fine, The 8 bars are only the place getting good happens. And they also sound bad out loud, so you inherently just skip them. A bad first attempt used to die in the room it happened in. Now it's a file you didn't post. And not posting it is still a decision about an audience. There's nobody in the room you're still playing to other than a door. So go find whoever's collecting on this. When did somebody actually ask you to make money off a hobby? One guy said you should put it online once. He said it the way people say we get lunch. And he forgot about it in the parking lot. And You've been answering that sentence ever since. Then there's an app, and all it counts is days. It doesn't know whether you played the 8 bars or the intro. The people who built it wanted you opening it every morning. That was, the whole spec. Say you post a video and it does 40 views. Most of them are other people on day 4, checking their own position on the same chart. Now somebody tells you they've been throwing pots for a year and they're still bad at it. And you think that it's a great thing to be doing, but you would never once ask them to justify the clay. So the chart is real, but nobody's standing at the bottom of it with a clipboard. You carried it into the apartment yourself, and you've been checking it against an empty room. So if you have a guitar, one small thing this week, play the 8 bars. Just play those. Play them badly for 15 minutes. Who cares? No one's gonna judge you. And then stop while they're still bad. Don't open your app. Don't tell anybody you did it. Because telling somebody is how the hour turns back into something that counts. It's not a hard call, Nobody's fighting you on it. You'll make it something to produce by Friday. And it doesn't have to be Friday. It can just be Tuesday. You don't need to prove to someone or something or make something out of it for it just to be fun. You just have to have fun with it.